UFC 306, aka UFC Noche, is in the can, and ladies and gentlemen, we're in the dark ages because Bilal and Morab are champs. Oh no! Movsarayevloyev is gonna become champ. Another grappler, another decision fighter. Sean Strickland, the biggest, jab and lift your knee, decision point fighter. Guy's gonna become champion too after he beats Dricus in a rematch. Oh my god. Yeah, the dark ages are upon us. Pantoja is champ too. Decision. I have no complaints. These are just like facts. Come on. Just like Dana says, they're facts. They're stats we gotta point to and at least have a little bit of a giggle with. But in all fairness, $20 million gate. Dana is in a coma somewhere. $20 million budget and $20 million gate. He's in a coma somewhere. What is it? His star boy OMalley loses. The love letter to Mexico flops as Hispanic fighters when they fought another country. Yeah, the Diego Lopez Ortega thing. They just have ties to Mexico. But when it was a Hispanic fighting another country, they went 2-6, arguably 1-7, as Lazy Boy Rodriguez should not have beaten Ode Osborne, but he somehow got it. That was the love letter. A UFC official slipped to the judges to get that decision for Rodriguez. But anyway, let's recap the card, starting with our main event, OMalley versus Morab. This was pretty much, in my eyes, a copy and paste of Edwards versus Bilal 2, minus the back control, I guess, from Bilal. Yeah, I mean, rounds 3 and 5 were in favor of OMalley. Same kind of moments as well. What is it? Edwards hurt Bilal at the end of their fight. OMalley hit Morab with a clean teep. A couple of clean teeps at the end. And yeah. Easily Morab 48-47 should have won the fight. Going over their game plans, I guess OMalley was trying to be conservative, whilst Morab was trying to avoid his shots and just run into him. And he should have done that more. He should have clinched up more. We see how kind of easy it is for when grapplers want to approach OMalley. It's kind of easy to just avoid the counter. Not, easy as you can get caught, but you can pressure OMalley to the cage and then work your way. Jan did it. Aljo did it in round 1. Yes, he did get caught. But Morab was cautious. His guard was high. And he could have done it more, in my opinion, to secure the rounds and make it safer for himself. I guess that's my only critique of Morab's performance. He shut down OMalley's jiu-jitsu. OMalley could have used used his hooks in prior fights and whatnot to leverage his opponents and then give his back to get up. Give his back turn from the fence and then get up, but Morab did a really good job of just, bringing his hips back, not giving a chance for OMalley to get up. And when he brought OMalley to the fence, he hunched him forward in some positions. He grabbed his wrist and split his legs with the thigh shots and whatnot. And yeah, just very successful in that department. Just, could have rushed into the clinch a bit more, in my opinion, as his boxing guard looked really good early on. Maybe round 1, you do as you did, but round 2, you clinch up and you safely win rounds 2 through 5. As for OMalley, his game plan of being conservative, I would have liked to see a higher output from OMalley. He could have easily thrown way more shots and given himself way more chances. Because, Morab is going to shoot in. That's his game plan. And the more you at least throw at him, the more of a chance you give to yourself. Interesting, he didn't go for any left hooks, even though I didn't expect him to, because OMalley's a lankier guy with, a longer reach, and his straights and overhands work wonders. But, no left hook to the body, no left hook to the head. Seeing as that is one of Morab's biggest flaw, I didn't get why he didn't at least chuck it in there once. But it is what it is. And as for the teep, he should have experimented with the teep at least a little earlier. He threw pretty much every other strike. Threw one left hook, by the way. Now that I remember, off a disengagement off the fence. Threw one left hook. But yeah, could have thrown way more when Morab stepped in the middle of the cage. But still, other than that, could have thrown the teep way more. The right hands to the body as his choice of, shutting down Morab. I get it, but, at least, I'm saying this in hindsight. I guess he was a bit cautious, and then he just opened up later in the fight, but he should have started experimenting with things in round 1 to see that what was going to succeed and how he was going to set up his knockout shot and shit. But still, good job for Morab. And yeah, decision for him, 48-47. Umar's next for him. Obviously, they're going to force that sometime in February. Maybe since Sheikh Turkey's in the building, it's going to be a Saudi card. Because that's what they talked about after the Whitaker Liskarov fight. And as for Sean O'Malley, Corey Sandhagen, they're both coming off losses. You book that fight. And yeah, that just leaves Davis and Figueiredo in the abyss, because what is he going to do? I don't think he's going to wait around too much for O'Malley, because he's a winning contender, whilst Corey needs some time to recover, so does O'Malley, and maybe they can book that for some pay-per-view main card on March, even though I would like it to be a Fight Night main event. It's just not. In March, on a pay-per-view, feature or co-main event, that's what it's going to be. Now, Valentina versus Grasso 3, kind of Moreno-Figueiredo-esque in terms of the rivalry. The fights being completely different, but after 3, they're 1-1-1, just like Figueiredo and Moreno were after 3 fights. It's just interesting fight. I don't know why. I just didn't get the fight. I didn't get why Grasso made no attempt to get up for the majority of the fight, even when she was down. Rounds 1 and 2, fine. Stay on your back. Try and work a submission. By round 3, when you see that shit ain't working, yeah. Insane. Just try to work off her back. Arm bars and whatnot. Triangles. Triangle setups. Just failed. And yeah, didn't try to even put her boxing together when they were on the feet as well. She had her hands close together and whatnot. She had such a good output against Viviane Araujo in their fight, but didn't get to shit as Valentina just stomped her out. And yeah, Manon Fior's the next fight. You're not doing a quadrilogy. You're not holding up the fucking division anymore. Manon Fior deserves that title fight. I don't know when, but whenever. Just book it. And yeah, Alexa Grasso needs another win. I know she has a win over Shevchenko. Controversial draw, where she should have lost. In hindsight, at first I thought she won, but now I think she should have lost. And then you get 50-45. Yeah, you ain't getting the shot, especially since the Sphere ain't around. They kept her on the fucking on the sideline because they knew they were going to the Sphere since last year, and they needed at least one Mexican champion. They got that, and now she lost the title 50-45. Yeah, you're gonna be doing a contender fight. Hopefully not in a main event of an Apex. Just give her a contender fight somewhere on a pay-per-view or something. 3-round fight. Next up, Diego Lopez versus Brian Ortega. Diego Lopez should have easily gotten the finish after he hurt him in round 1. I don't know why he kind of slowed down and went for the submission. He easily has the potential to throw a bunch of ground and pound and wilding strikes, especially early on, since we know that Diego Lopez is a kind of fighter who fades. Not in this fight, though. He looked good, but let's get back to that point I was making. He should have just pounced on a bit more, and the ref could have easily stopped it, seeing as to how much Ortega was hurt, but instead he went for like a controlling thing, and at the end of round 1 you saw him like calm down his corner and say calm, 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 something like that. And yeah, just control the fight, leg kicks and whatnot. Brian Ortega's boxing defense and whatnot just slow as hell. I don't know how what's his plan at lightweight. Everybody's gonna buzz him up. Everybody. What I can see them doing is him versus Mateusz Gamrot. I can see that happening because Mateusz just needs a fight. They're not going to give him popular matchups, let's just be honest, even though, he should have gone someone better than Dan Hooker, but Dan Hooker kind of, proved that he still got it, so at least that was good to see. But they're not giving Gamrot a high exposure fight. At least giving Brian Ortega, since he wants to move to lightweight. They both need a lot of time to recover. A lot of time to recover. But shit, no. Back to Diego Lopez. The calf kicks looked hella clean. What is it? Shit, cardio was on point. The grappling, awareness, and everything, insane. Improving overnight. Just in a space of a year. He lost in May of 2023, and then turned it around in a year and 3-4 months. He's now gonna be in the top 5. He's gonna be ranked 4. He's gonna be ranked below Movsar because Movsar beat him, then beat Arnold Allen, and then now is fighting Aljamain Sterling upcoming on 307. So yeah, shit, good on Lopez. Good shit. Title shot or not, just give him Volk. Volk needs the contender fight. Let's see what happens. And Ortega, as I said, Gamrot. Now, Zalhuber versus Ribovich. That third round was fucking majestic. I was screaming all over the place. Was that not... That was easily the round of the year. Obviously, you know, Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje, that's knockout of the year easily, and that 10 seconds will be memorable forever. But this was that, but they had much more chins, and there wasn't a big-ass overhand from Holloway. What is it? And yeah, they were just flinging punches back and forth for 3 whole fucking minutes, non-stop. And in my opinion, I know he survived and whatnot and was throwing back. I don't know. That could be a 10-8. That could be a 10-8. Because that fight should have been stopped so many times. The guy was bobbing and weaving. Kind of Adesanya Pereira 1 style along the fence. Maybe Mark Goddard would have stopped it. Maybe he was the ref. I wasn't even fucking paying attention to the ref. But throwing millions of punches was Esteban Ribovich. I was surprised I didn't see some grappling out of him. Obviously, Zalhuber shot in a takedown and failed it when he was absolutely dazed up. But what is it? Yeah, no, Ribovich caught him with that right hand, similar to how I believe it was Christos Giagos, the guy he fought at the other Noche. Not Noche. He fought, yeah, the dude he darced up. Oh my fucking god. I can't remember his name, but it should be Giagos. It should be. If it's not, then the guy he darced up. He got caught with the same overhand right early on in their fight, but survived that one because they were fresher. But this one landed clean, wobbled him all over the place. Esteban Ribovich making the most of that main card spotlight. Good shit on him. Now, Ronaldo Rodriguez, after all that talk, after all those perdons and that, weird-ass mouthguard he wears. Oh, Dade, why did he go for a triangle? I just ground and pound. The dude was unconscious. His head was bouncing off the canvas. Absolute insanity why he didn't ground and pound. But after all that talk, you know, that performance did not live up to it. But at least he did some talking because flyweight does need some shit. And that was the love letter to Mexico. Or not to Mexico, to the judges from a UFC official. That was Ode's fight, clear as day. He almost finished him with a triangle, and he almost finished him by knocking him out in round 1. I don't know how you give round 2 a 10-8 to Ronaldo Rodriguez. He just controlled him in a few ground and pound shots. If you want to give it 10-8, you have to give round 1 10-8. And round 3, clear as day, Ode Osborne. In my opinion, I didn't give round 2 a 10-8, but I did give round 1 a 10-8 to Ode. I had 29-27 Ode, even though I picked Ronaldo Rodriguez. And I could have even had a worst fight record with a 1-9, which is insane to say. A 1-9 pick rate. But yeah, no. Perdon gets it done. What is it? I want my guy Energy to get this fight, get some clout off this, and knock him out easily. Get some name recognition. My guy Energy. And shit. Tough on Ode, though. Now he's 0-3. Insane. Now, Dumont versus Aldana. Aldana capitalized on the, kind of Gilbert Durinho against Sean Brady guard, where you just try and walk forward into your opponents and whatnot. Just, pumped out the jabs, pumped out the clinches. In my eyes, looking into this fight prior, it was an even fight. I thought they were going to scrap a little bit. Obviously, I favored Norma in the clinch, but I thought Aldana would circle out more and whatnot, but she didn't. She ran into shit. They collided heads. She got cut up bad. Aldana got cut up bad. And fucking Dumont doesn't get on her. And yeah, sick. That wasn't the best. Aldana has some fun scraps. Sometimes she can have some fun scraps. The other times it's a boring ass fucking fight. And this was just one of them. Even though there was blood spilled in the gladiator cage. I didn't like this one. But Dumont gets it done. Props to her. I'm not matchmaking in the bantamweight division. The women's bantamweight division. It's a stale-ass division. Now, Manuel Torres versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Just a clean counter-striking clinic from Bahamondes. Didn't know why Torres didn't approach with the grappling, seeing as Ludovic Klein worked his game plan on it. Bahamondes that way. But, my takeaway from this fight isn't about this fight itself. No. I got this thing. What is it? Stipe Miocic's speech therapist on IG said that, Torres is the Duplessis of the lightweight division. And that completely opened my perspective to the pound for pound thing and whatnot. And I clearly see it as well, the winging overhands and whatnot. Dricus Duplessis has a lot to prove now with his style. Has a lot to prove. He has to do what he did to Adesanya and whatnot with those overhands running and taking down, showing a full mixed martial arts approach. Because when you're looking at it pound for pound wise, and this is if he wants to be high on the pound for pound list, if he just wants to keep winning, then keep winning. This is just my opinion, by the way. He has to sharpen his shit up, because this was exactly the same thing, the overhand and whatnot. And when you want to apply Dricus's overall resume of who he's beaten and his skill set in the pound for pound thing, seeing as a guy like Manuel Torres copied his game plan, you cannot move Dricus highly up the pound for pound list after seeing that. That's just my takeaway from it. After seeing that, yeah, crazy. Manuel Torres should have grappled though, but it is what it is. Bahamondes does it. Now, Yasmin Jauregui versus the other chick, another tatted up Brazilian gal, just like Denise Gomes. She has no striking defense. It's just weird to say she's technical to some extent, a point fighter on the feet, but for some reason, I don't know, in some instance, she just gets clipped and put away. It happened even against Estela Nunes, some 6'4" gal. I don't know if y'all remember that. She got clipped and then came back. Sorry, fucking voice crack. Came back, and what is it? We saw her get clipped and put away by Denise Gomes. Same instance here. She was controlling the fight. She was winning the fight a little bit more on the outside and whatnot. But shit, that tatted up Brazilian left hook, Poetan-esque. Oof, clean on Yasmin. Put her down. Put her out. Shit, that's insane. I mean, I don't see any potential in Yasmin. It's crazy how she was a prospect at one point. You can't say that she's going to be anywhere near the top 10, maybe top 15 one day because, like, what is it? Lupita Godinez was not that good, and then she turned out pretty decent. I know she's on a 2-fight L streak, but she was losing to, like, Luana Carolina. Can't be doing that. Turned everything around and, like, fighting the likes of Mackenzie Dern and Verna Jandiroba and shit. Maybe she could do that. As for top 10, top 5, nope, not a chance. Way too chinny, way too defenseless in the women's division. Tough for her. Now, Edgar Chairez, what is it? The Gringo, El Gringo himself, the cartel, the cartel guy, obviously. And memes of him holding the sign up on the fucking weighing scale. Hilarious as shit, and everything was going good. I thought he would clip Joshua Van early and put him away. Didn't happen. At all. Whatsoever. Did clip him, though. Didn't put him away. What is it? I feel like he got a bit too cocky, though, with the kicks and whatnot. And then Joshua Van clearing up the cobwebs. Same kind of defensive lack that he had against Charles Johnson. Just immediately kind of a continuation of that fight in round 1 with Edgar Chairez in control. But in rounds 2 and 3, he got everything together. And Edgar Chairez should be really lucky that spinning back fist landed in that exchange in round 2. Because if it didn't, and he just spun around and was against the cage, Joshua Van would have ripped to the body, ripped to the head, and put him away clean, I think. So he should be lucky that kind of disengagement happened after landing on Joshua Van. So yeah, it was a fun scrap. It was fight of the night up until Zellhuber versus Ribovich, in my opinion, because it was a really good scrap. So, yeah. And what is it? Raul Rosas versus Arichi Long. You can't even, sure, he didn't get the finish. Minus 1,000 favorite. Who cares? You can't say anything when there's, 25, 26-year-old dudes fight at a 6-1 record fighting 0-2 dudes. This dude's 19. He's fighting a 30 fight, or near 40 fight veteran, and yeah, he's doing it. This should be his regional career, by the way. So, yeah, this should be his regional career. In my opinion, could have easily beaten, Christian Rodriguez and whatnot, but yeah, in their fight, but kind of slacked off with it. No, not slacked off, sorry. Had the wrong approach with the grappling. I don't know why I'm getting into that. Just wanted to talk about this fight. Or I guess the points about this fight. His grappling entries looked a little weak. I didn't like that. Maybe Arichi Long has some good takedown defense. I don't really see it in his other fights being used, but yeah. The entries didn't look good, but he clearly won the fight, so good for him. Did horrible on picks though, 2-8. So if you did the vice versa, kind of thing, and ignored my did the vice versa thing and had a sane mind to go with Raul Rosas, you would have gone 9-1. So yeah, insane. What else can you say? And yeah, interesting. Once in a lifetime card. Hopefully they go back to this three. They kind of got to just partner up with Riyadh Season. Boxing does it. You can do it too. Dana White. And yeah, crazy. They go 2-6. Love letter. Amazing love letter by Dana White. Nice. At least the sceneries and shit were cool. Fucking fabulous. Anyway, that's my recap, and hope you enjoyed. The event as well. It was a good event. Other than the 2 title fights, which let the card down, in my opinion. Either one of the both title fights, and all 4 of the fighters could have made the fights. They could have just done more in the moments they had top position. Valentina, Morab, when they had their opponent secured, not even like a shot for them to take more risks. Like, you could have done more on top to make it a bit more, dominant as well. But sick. That's just my thought. Anyway, yeah, peace.